Singapore. Today's topic of discussion is how to write a good scientific. We shall start the session with the word of prayer.
Okay, may I start?
1 second, Joanna.
Okay. I think I'm too nervous.
No. We have with us today Dr. Joanna Rasek from Poland. She is an assistant professor in the Faculty of Management, Czestochowa University of Technology, Poland. She is an author and co-author of 221 scientific publications in prestigious journals, chapters in monographs and conference materials. She has co-authored 20 scientific monographs and authors of 4 scientific monographs. She has completed numerous research internships both in Poland and abroad. Being an Erasmus and international exchange professor, as a part of that, she conducted a series of lectures in abroad, including England, Italy, and Joanna, ma'am, thank you so much for
Thank you.
To share your thoughts on how to write a good scientific paper, and over to you.
Thank you so much, Mom. Nice to meet you. It's a huge pleasure to meet with you, to discuss with you, and to share with you with my experience as well as with my knowledge. Today, I would like to try to answer for the question how to write a good scientific paper. And I would like to begin, or I would like to start from the photo that you can see. I put this photo because I think that this woman, the best give emotions that are connected with success, that is connected when you have the information that your manuscript will be published. It's amazing feeling, and I must tell you that I feel this feeling from today morning, because I've got the information that my paper connected with my team will be published in the next Q1 journal. How to write a good scientific paper? I think that the best idea is just because like it. I really like to write scientific paper. I really like to prepare this paper, to create idea. And if you will like it, you will treat it like a passion, because for me it's some kind of passion. You will create something very interested. Okay, let's go to the beginning. What's the problem? Oh, sorry, I had a problem. What makes it I like to write paper? I am a reviewer for many prestige journals like EA Access, like TQM in Elsevier, Energies, MDPI, Healthcare, Renewable Energy, Resources Policy. So you can see that I have to read a lot of papers in different journals. So I know the template, how should look the paper accordance with template of journal. And I've realized that all of this journal have some areas that are, or point that are similar in all of them. So thanks to being a reviewer of journals, I have a knowledge, I have experience, I know how should paper look and what kind of elements should have to be in good journal publication. What is the most important point and the most problem that I find in many scientific papers? You should remember that if you want to publish good paper in good journal, your paper must suit to this journal. So I meet a lot of people that claim, okay, I will try to publish my paper in this journal, and this journal, and maybe they will publish it. It's very wrong way. Remember, if you want to publish your paper in good journal, you must think, you must plan all elements. Your paper must suit to the journal. What does it mean? It must suit because of, first of all, topic. I can't imagine, and there are such situations, that people send paper about, for example, healthcare to the journal about energy. Okay, if you try to research how healthcare company or hospital try to care about energy in public, it's okay. But if you try to research satisfaction of patient and try to send these results to energy journal, it's wrong way. It's not good strategy. So first of all, you must remember that topic area of your paper should suit to the journal that you choose. So you should think about it. That's the reason that very often papers are rejected, because this paper doesn't suit to the journal. So you should think, is this topic is connected with the journal that I thinking to publish? And I was thinking about what elements are the same in all journals that I am a reviewer, and I choose 7 top elements. First of all, abstract. The second one point is introduction. After the literature review, the fourth one is methodology, results, discussion, and conclusion. Why I put these elements? Because I am talking with many people. They ask me, listen, please let me know, do you think that this paper is good to this journal? I help them. I read their paper, and I've realized many times that they don't have any methodology. So you can forget about to publish good paper in good journal, or to think that your paper is good if you have no methodology, qualitative methodology. So remember about these points. You must have this point if you are thinking about to publish your paper in good journal. You must have good abstract. I will tell you in my next slide what I mean. Good abstract, good introduction, literature review. It's very complicated and very important point, literature, because it means that you have to show editor, reader, that you have a knowledge about the topic that you undertake in your paper. Okay, it's only my experience, my knowledge, and my some opinion about how to prepare a good paper. So you should plan everything what you want to put in your paper. You should plan what you want to do, what do you want to write about, what is your aim of your paper, what results do you want to or maybe you will get in your paper. Very important is to choose journal that will be suitable to your paper. You should read a lot about the title that you choose. So for example, if you have title of your paper about client satisfaction in education, in, for example, student aspects, you should read a lot about this area. You should have a knowledge about what authors think about this area, what papers are talking about this area. And very important is to present or to have knowledge about fresh literature, fresh papers from this area. I mean fresh from 2022, 2021. Methodology, I can't imagine good paper that is that author wants to publish in Q1 journal without any methodology. This paper is rejected. I review a lot of paper without methodology, and believe me, I have to reject it. This paper, many papers were interested, but without methodology, I feel that this is some part of paper, but not finished. In my opinion, it is good paper, but authors didn't make researches, so I feel it's not finished. So there must be methodology. And results and discussion. So in this point, you must show what results you achieved in your paper. So it must be also suitable to the introduction, to the methodology, and it can't be like my paper is talking about this, and this. In point 1, I've made this, and this. No, there must be conclusion, discussion connected with results that you've made in your paper. What I've started to work with the paper. I am a runner, so my strategy is to make brainstorm during activity, because activity helps me to open my mind and try to get ideas what will be in my paper, what kind of researches I want to undertake, what kind of quality methods, quality tools, or other methods will be the best solution to the title that I will choose. So from the beginning, I suggest you to make brainstorm before you start. So think what will be the best in your paper because of methodology, what will be the best because of title, that is also very important, and what exactly do you want to put in your paper. Before you start, I also suggest to plan all things that will be put. So you should answer for the question, what do you want to write about? What is your aim? What is novelty? That's a very important point. You should put in good paper something novelty. So you can use, for example, some methodology, but for example, from other point of view, from the point of view that other authors didn't use. That's why very important is to have knowledge what authors, different authors analyze this topic that you want to put in your paper from different area. So very important is to have knowledge about this about the area that you will choose. Another question, what kind of methodology will you use? So you should think, before starting creating the survey, for example, you must know what kind of knowledge do you need to your paper and what results will you achieve. So this is very important to answer for this question, because all of this information you must put in abstract, and abstract is a huge challenge. Write good abstract is a huge challenge. Believe me, I review a lot of papers, and that's the really huge problem for authors. Very important from my experience, from my knowledge, and from me as an author, is to construct the title of the paper. And me as a reviewer, I really like interesting paper. When I have a possibility to decide, do I want to review the paper that journal offer me? First of all, I read the title, and usually title is very interested. Title must be connected with material that you put in your paper. So this is very important. Title should be sparking eyes. So it usually makes that I want to read this paper. I want to make a review because this title is very, very interested. A lot of people claim, I read a lot of articles about that nowadays it is a fashion to create funny title because it also makes that reviewer wants to read this paper. So, but there are many different opinions about it. Some reviewer prefer funny titles. For example, I like funny titles that are interesting for me, but another not exactly. Title must be also narrative. So you must remember about it, not too complicated. You shouldn't put too complicated, too long title. It should be narrative, connected with the material that you put inside the paper. Abstract. As I told you, abstract is the huge challenge. I tried to, in last time, publish my paper in EAA Access journal. It's a very prestigious journal. And more than 8 months, I was fighting with abstract. Because the problem is that for you, as for paper author, everything is clear because you create this paper. So you know what is the aim, what is novelty, what gap of research you fulfill. But from another people, for reader, for reviewer, it can't be so clear in many times. So for example, I have such a situation that during last few months, I was fighting with abstract to make it clear for reviewer. It was ending with success. I'm very, very happy, but it was really hard work for me because in abstract, you should put the information. Why do you choose this title of the paper? So why do you decide to undertake the topic? What is aim of your paper? What about the methodology? What kind of methodology do you use? When do you make your researches? Who were respondents and what results do you achieve? So there are elements that are very, very important to put in abstract. And when I read as a reviewer many abstracts, hardly ever they are clear for me. So usually authors have problems with creating clear abstract for a reviewer, but it is possible to do, believe me. So in my opinion, abstract is one of the most important components of the paper, if not the most important, because here you must put the most important and most narrative information connected with your paper. Introduction. Let's start. It's the first point of good paper in journal Q1. In introduction, you should put the information. Why do you choose the title of the paper, the area of the paper? What makes it, in your opinion, this paper is important for scientific? The next one, what is novelty in your paper? What gap do you fulfill? What wasn't made by another researchers, but is important to make by you? You undertake this research. Why? In introduction, you also should put information. What is your aim of the paper? What are hypotheses? It depends from you. Do you choose to write about aim or about hypothesis? There are many different situations. Literature review. A few years ago, I was creating a paper myself, and believe me, I need a lot of time because I've made all of this point myself. So my one paper was created during maybe 3 months. It was the faster time. I was working from the morning to the evening. I was terrible tired. But nowadays I work in network. I have fantastic people with whom we are creating team, and we divide who is preparing other points, and it's very good solution. And from my experience, a lot of people don't like this point. Literature review is the point that a lot of people don't like, because you must read a lot. So if you have some issue, for example, industry 4 in energy aspects, you must read a lot about this issue in different databases. You must have the knowledge how different authors looks for this issue. So it's a huge challenge, but I like this point. So usually in my network, I create literature review because I just like this point. It's interesting because I get a lot of knowledge from many different databases. So literature review is very, very huge challenge, and is very, very important. You can see in my presentation, forget about put, for example, only 6 literature position. It's not enough. You must remember that in good Q1 journal, you must show that you have a huge knowledge about the issue. You must show that you have knowledge about the fresh literature. So from 2021, 2022 too. So you must put a lot of authors, a lot of, for example, models that they create. You must show that you have a huge knowledge about this issue, and you must show author that your point of view is also very interested, because this point of view is not in other papers. So someone can ask me, so how many literature should I put? There is no answer, but I can just tell you that in all of my paper till now, I usually have more than 100 literature review. What about the point literature review? You must remember about plagiarism. So I mean, you shouldn't copy. You should forget about copy. If you want to present how author looks for some issue, you shouldn't just copy and put to your paper. You must use paraphrasing. You must create your own sentences. I know it's a huge challenge, but it is possible to do. Plagiarism, you must remember that in Q1 journal, you shouldn't have, or you should have very, very low % of plagiarism. In my opinion, the best level is less than 7%. So you must remember about not to copy the text from paper, because you will have problem and your paper will be rejected. Methodology, as I mentioned, if you are thinking about publish good paper in good journal, you must have methodology. You can find my papers in ResearchGate, in Google Scholar. You can see that in all of them I have methodology, qualitative methodology. I am a quality management expert, so I use a lot of quality methodology, like critical incident methods, like quality management tools, Ishikawa diagram, Pareto tolerance diagram. They are very, very good and very interested to present data, how created data. In case of methodology, journal Q1 are also preferring statistical results. So you should also remember about to put statistical results. Results and conclusion, as I mentioned, this point also should be very merited. So if you put in introduction, what is your aim? What are your hypotheses? What you do in your paper? You should put results and conclusion connected with introduction, connected with the title of the paper. Not only, as I told you, in point 1, I've done do. In point 2, I've done the methodology that is about. No, forget about it. You should be merited. You should present what do you do in your paper, what kind of way you will improve it, maybe in the future, and what conclusions come from your paper. For example, when you test client satisfaction by, for example, self-qual method, you should put here information. What kind of elements are satisfied for client? Put their name of this element, their value, and what, for example, are dissatisfaction for client, and put their value. It's the meritive. It's the result of your paper, of your methodology. References. Your goal is to convince the reader that you have knowledge about the issue. And remember, for example, yesterday I've made a review to the paper that was very good literature review, but authors made one mistake. They make literature review from 1978 year, so very, very old literature, and they finished in year 2011. What about 2018, 19, 20, 22, and 21? I feel reading this literature review like they just stopped because they have enough. They were tired to make literature review, and they go to the methodology. So sorry, I had to put them my review that they must. I recommend them to put more literature review, to go longer with other years. Remember, you must be patient. You must remember that if you want to publish your paper in good Q1 journal, you must remember that you need time. So it is impossible to prepare paper during one day, during even, in my opinion, 1 month. You need time. It depends, do you work alone or do you work in network? I prefer and I suggest you to work with network. I create my network 2 years. I was looking hard worker people. There were many different experience, but till now I have really, really hard worker team. They are amazing. They always answer to my email, and thank you them to this fantastic cooperation. So you must remember you need time, and you must remember to be focusing on the journal that you will choose. Not focus on many journal, maybe this, maybe no. You must think only one, choose one journal. Think about this journal, what is template, what are editorial requirements, what is the area of the journal, and be patient. I was published EAA Access more than 8 months. Believe me that there was time that I was enough. I was so tired, but I knew that I have to hard work to finish, and it was success. So you can treat it like a challenge. Publishing paper, I treat like a challenge. And as I suggest you create an international team. When I was starting to publish the paper alone, it takes me a lot of time. I was creating everything alone. Introduction, abstract, methodology, creating survey, getting data, making conclusion, references. Believe me, it takes a lot of time. Till now, I have network. So I create literature review, my friends create introduction, and other people methodology. Together we create survey. It depends from time. Do we have time or no? And other people make analysis. It's very good solution. So my suggest is to create network. Besides, thanks to network, you can get data from different countries. For example, I prefer international network, not only from my country. I cooperate with India, with Romania, with Turkey, with Norway, with all international cooperation. I am till now guest editor of 2 journal in MDP Energies and IJPR also Energies. And what I wanted to tell you also, of course, I invite you to publish the paper there, because in case of energies over there is impact factor more than 3. But what I would like to pay your attention, look that this special issue have the title, a sustainable approach to energy management in the supply chain. It means that here you can put papers connected with sustainable approach to energy supply chain in the energy sector or energy management. So this journal, this special issue is connected with area. For example, yesterday one scientific write to me an email, and he asked me, I have a paper, please let me know, is it suit to your special issue? So I asked, please give me your title, I will tell you, is it good or not? And he sent me title about financial and accounting, and I asked him, hey, hello, where is energy aspect? Oh, it is about financial, isn't it good? Maybe we will try to publish it. Sorry, I am I don't have such a power to publish in energy journal paper about financial or accounting. So you should pay attention. Is your paper suits to the, for example, this special issue? So do you have paper about energy in sustainable aspect? The second one, paper journal, sorry, that I also introduce you to publish is connected with healthcare. This special issue title is Quality of Life Challenges in 21st Century. The journal has nowadays more than 4 impact factor, and area is connected with quality of life, management, in public health. So remember about public health, your paper must be connected with quality of life, with industry 4, but in public health. So that is very important, because also some authors sent me offer that they have ready paper about quality of life, but in, for example, logistic company. No, sorry, logistic company is not good. So I invite you to publish the paper here. And you can find me on ResearchGate, Facebook, LinkedIn. I publish a lot. I am very active person. If you have any question, if I will be able, I will try to answer you. And thank you very much for your attention. I hope that you got some more knowledge about how to publish the paper. And I wish you good luck. And I wish good luck me too, because I also try to publish still paper in good journals. Till now I am waiting for 10 10 papers in different Elsevier journals. So I know how patients have to be. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Joanna, ma'am. And if the participants have any queries, you can post it on the chat box.
Can you repeat, please?
No, it is for the participants.
Oh, okay.
Queries, they can post it on the chat box.
Okay.
No queries so far, Joanna, ma'am.
You can send me an email. Maybe you will create your some question by email.
Yeah, definitely we shall do that.
Yes, you are welcome. Thank you so much.
And Priya, you can formally propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. It's an honor and propose the vote of thanks for today's session. I would like to thank the Almighty for making today's session a success. I extend my gratitude to our speaker, Dr. Joanna Rosek, for taking the time to be part. I extend my gratitude to our speaker, Joanna Rosek, for taking the time to be a part of the FDP series on journal writing and for sharing his insightful insights. I thank all the participants who have taken the time out to attend today's session. A big thank you to our secretary, associate secretary for the constant guidance and support. My special thanks to our principal and vice principal for giving us the encouragement we always need. Last but not least, I would like to thank Dr. S.T. Deepa, our internal training team and the technical team for all the efforts and coordination for this session. Once again, I thank you all.
Thank you so much, participants. And the feedback link is posted in the chat box. You can fill in your feedback to receive your e-certificate.